All right, have you ever had a great idea for an AI app, but then you just got stuck? Intimidated by all the code and the complexity of it all? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on Google AI Studio. It's this powerful tool that lets you go from a simple idea to a working AI application. And honestly, a lot of the time, you don't have to write a single line of code. Let's dive in. And look, let's be real. The first time you open up AI Studio, it can feel a little busy. As YouTuber Tina Huang says here, the UI can be pretty overwhelming. But if you stick with me, I promise we're going to make sense of it all. Because once you unlock this thing, it really does open up a whole new world. So, first things first, what exactly is this place? The best way to think about Google AI Studio is as your own personal AI playground. It's the starting line for anyone who really wants to get their hands dirty and experiment with generative AI like Google's Gemini models. At its heart, AI Studio is a free tool that lives right in your web browser. It's a space where you can prototype and test out your wildest AI ideas. You don't have to be a coding genius or anything. All you need is a Google account and a little bit of curiosity. It's a true sandbox, built for you to play in. Now this right here, this slide clears up the biggest point of confusion for most people. Is it free? And the answer is a big yes. AI Studio itself, the sandbox where you're testing and designing your prompts, is completely free. You only start paying when you take your perfected idea out of the sandbox and plug it into a live application using the Gemini API. Okay, so if AI Studio is the playground, how do you actually play? Well, the secret to getting great results isn't about writing complex code. It's all about learning the art of the prompt. This is how you tell the AI exactly what you want it to do. And there are really two main parts to a good prompt. First, you've got system instructions. Think of this like setting the stage. You're giving the AI a permanent role or personality for the entire conversation. Then you have the user prompt, which is your specific one-time command, like, hey, what's the weather like? Getting that balance right is absolutely key. So, how do you actually write a better prompt? Well, it kind of boils down to this simple three-step framework. 1, define the task. Be super explicit, don't leave room for guessing. 2, provide context. Give it some background or tell it what persona to take on. And 3, and this one is so important, specify the output. Tell it exactly how you want the answer formatted. All right, so once you've got the hang of prompting, you can start digging into AI Studio's advanced toolbox. These are the features that really elevate a simple prompt into a powerful application-ready command. First up, you gotta know that prompts aren't just for text anymore. AI Studio is what we call multimodal, which means you can upload an image, a video, an audio file, whatever, and start asking questions about it. You could literally upload a picture of what's in your fridge and ask for recipe ideas. Now this is a total game changer for anyone building an app. The structured output tool forces the AI to reply in a clean, predictable format called JSON. That just means you get reliable, machine-readable data every single time, ready to be plugged right into your code. No more messy, unpredictable responses. And then things get even cooler with function calling. This is basically like giving the AI superpowers. You can give it custom tools to connect to other services on the internet. You want it to check the live weather or book a dinner reservation? You can do that. You're literally letting the model interact with the real world. And the toolbox just keeps going. With something called grounding, you can connect the model to Google Search. That makes sure its answers are always up to date and fact-checked. And with code execution, you can let the AI write and run its own little programs to solve complicated math or logic problems on the fly. So, you've been playing in the sandbox, you've perfected your prompt, you've used all these awesome tools. What's the big payoff? Well, this is where AI Studio really shines, turning that experiment of yours into actual usable code. And the workflow couldn't be simpler. First, you just tinker in AI Studio until you get the perfect response. Then you click one button, get code. That's it. It instantly generates all the code you need in whatever language you prefer. Python, JavaScript, you name it. Finally, you just copy and paste that snippet into your project, and poof, your AI feature is alive. We've gone through a lot, but believe it or not, we've barely scratched the surface here. So before we wrap this up, let's take a quick peek at some of the other amazing things you can do, just to get you inspired. So for example, you can fine-tune a model on your own data, basically creating your own little world-class expert on any topic you want. You can stream in real time by sharing your screen or webcam for a live collaborative session with Gemini. And if you ever feel stuck, there's a whole gallery of pre-made prompts and starter apps to get your creative juices flowing. So when you really put it all together, you see that Google AI Studio isn't just another chatbot. It's a bridge. It's the tool that closes that huge gap between a creative idea in your head and a piece of functional code in an application. And it lets you cross that bridge for free. Which really just leaves us with one final question. Now that you know about this incredibly powerful creative playground, now that you know how it can turn your ideas into reality with just a few clicks, what idea will you bring to life first?